Hello and welcome back to RimWorld. Last time, what exactly did we do? I'm pretty sure we just got the colony back to being intact. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all that happened. Yeah, it was a good episode, it has to be said. We did a lot of stuff. It's not to say that, it's the most exciting episode. I think we shot a couple people. Oh yeah, we totally did. There was the attack, and I'm pretty sure Wilkins joined us last time. That's right. You know, maybe at some point I should actually do my research on what happened last time, but I would not hold my breath for that ever happening. Not going to be a thing. Anyway, Cherie does remain our new great leader, who is, I guess, doing a good job. I mean, all she's actually doing is sleeping right now, which, you know, it's okay, I guess. I mean, it's not exactly a very leaderly thing to do. Generally, I would expect the leader to be out there, like, you know, rallying for a battle or something. Not to say that we exactly have any battles to rally for. I mean, what are we gonna fight? A bunch of elk? Because these are deer, not elk. But I mean, there's a lot of them out here, and we could totally kill them. I mean, in the process, they would probably run our people over, stab us in the gut with their nice little horns, which are oddly effective weapons. But you know, anyway, what do we need to work on? So the colony's stable. I think the next big thing we need to do is get up and running ship production. Because the ship is, after all, the final goal of the colony. And at this point, we've got basically all the amenities. We have our nice little cooker producing a million nice simple meals that apparently cause everyone to be violently, just terribly sick at all times. Because I guess Cherie's just a really bad cook. I mean, she really is trying, but her role in the colony is very much being the leader, not so much being the cook, who, I mean, I will admit, she's pretty good at being a cook. It does have to be said, but she's really here to be a leader, not so much a cook. But anyway, we've got the basic cooking up and running. Research has just been continuing as per usual. Are we doing anything? Ship antimatter reactor? That's right. We've got research, all solid. We have both component assembly and an electric smelter, as well as a weapon facility that's, you know, really trying to build an assault rifle that was originally made by Squirrel, who is now, I don't know if you've noticed, but he is definitely 100% dead, which is kind of a small problem in the colony, given that I'm not certain that anyone else knows how to make rifles, except for Squirrel, who only arguably knew to begin with, but, you know, I mean, that was as close as we could get. Okay, so the new rooms are actually getting finished up. We do need to hook those in with vents into the hallway. But yeah, we're going to get 2 new rooms in here. One's going to be for Long Nose, one for Mr. Miso. Although I say for Long Nose. Long Nose is actually going to take the room that he's been imprisoned in for the last few days, which is some sort of, like, Sisyphusian hell. Which I just made up the word Sisyphusian. It's actually not even very descriptive of that current event. But anyway, it's like some sort of terrible hell for him, because I'm sure he hates that room at this point, but he's going to have to get over it. Ooh. Yayo. Now that is a drug. I know the names of all of the drugs in this game, because it just so happens that those are very important objects. Snort. Do not snort it, Steven, under any circumstances. You are never to snort Yayo. Jeez, why is that even an option? We have to put it in our stockpile and sell it to people who are actually going to snort it, because they're some sort of filthy, filthy degenerates. Which I don't mind being a facilitator of people being degenerates. I just care that my colony is not a bunch of degenerates. That's what matters. Oh yeah. We had the whole hydroponics basin thing, didn't we? Oh, we need to, like, expand this. This is more important than anything else we could be doing right now. I'm almost 100% certain that that's probably a thing. Probably not. We're going to set up a couple more hydroponics basins so that come this winter we don't have the same, quite frankly, absolutely terrible famine that we had last time, because it was clear that people were not very good at rationing food previously, and terrible things happened to us, namely slow death via starvation. I mean, in saying that, nobody actually died of starvation. They just tried to eat each other. Bradley. Bradley, have you done the number one stupid thing to do in building stuff? Bradley did the number one stupid thing to do in building stuff. He built himself into a room. Look, I am kind of concerned about the mental aptitude of the people in our colony. That they would do something like this. It's like you can't even, like, make your way out of a plastic bag, can you? That's just how it is. Bradley is... He's a good guy. I mean, he's a medic. He's got some actually pretty terrible shooting skills. He's okay, but, you know, his brain just doesn't quite work how you would expect a normal brain to work. It's kind of... He's our special builder out here. Bradley, can you please do not finish building the walls that are currently your prison? Finish those walls. Jeez. He was so happy to be stuck in a room that he was just going to continue to build the room around him. Oh, these people in this colony, I don't even know about them. They are strange, strange creatures in a strange, strange world. Whoa, was that something getting killed? I just heard something getting killed. What just got almost deadified? Was it a squirrel? It better not be our iguana. Anyone tries to attack our iguana like this, the cougar's dead. I saw it eyeing up the stinking iguana. Come on, we're done. We're done. Get the cougar. Plus, we're going to eat a cougar tonight. So, you know, there is that. It's not just about hunting, though. It's about saving our iguana, who is currently being threatened by a disgusting cougar, otherwise known as a mountain lion. Yes, that is what this is. I've actually seen a cougar before. They're large cats. You don't want to really fight one of them unless you have a charge rifle. Luckily, Aiden has a charge rifle and Magar has a light machine gun. Which really, when you think about it, is kind of overkill. It's kind of like hunting a rabbit with a hand grenade. Although I guess technically in this situation it would be hunting a cougar with a cruise missile. Which we definitely don't have a cruise missile in the take him down, guys! Oh yes, nice job. Dude, Magar didn't even get hurt by being viciously attacked by a cougar. That's impressive. Magar, did you not even get wasn't even a scratch, and she still doesn't have a foot. That is something we should probably deal with at some point. I mean, we can give her a peg leg, which I'm pretty sure is better than not having a foot. I mean, I don't know much about peg legs and people with peg legs, but I imagine that they would prefer to have a peg leg rather than not have a foot. So, at some point, I'm pretty sure we'll give Magar that. But, you know, for now, we just have to work it out as is. Where are all our construction people? I would like to note that there are 2 sets of blue carpet that have been... Okay, I take it back. I was going to be annoyed about that blue carpet, but apparently Bradley was way ahead of us and just got that done with. Our colony looks so clean and proper now. Dude, it's just a good little cleanup. Steven, you're doing a great job cleaning everything up, I have to say. I really appreciate it. He's even cleaning up the antediluvian chamber, despite the fact that he is, like, terrified to go in there because... I'm going to level with you. It's a pretty terrifying place in that antediluvian chamber. It's kind of the worst. Saying that, Steven, you don't actually have to clean anymore. I appreciate your tenacity, but if you could just stop and go do something of actual value, maybe? I don't know. Just saying. Just saying. I mean, not to be like cleaning isn't useful, but, I mean, there are better things you could be doing right now, Steven. Especially with the entire colony basically being clean as is. Okay, so we're going to set up some mining right there. And that should get us a good amount of steel, because we can already see some steel in here. And this entire section seems to be just riddled with steel, which is exactly what we need right now, because we are going to be doing a lot of good work with vents and, of course, the actual spaceship. Oddly enough, requires a considerable amount of metal, and really the only kind of metal in this game is steel. I mean, outside of gold and silver. But last I checked, nobody is looking to build a spaceship out of gold or silver. Gold is way too malleable. Silver is just a bad idea. Is that an auto door? What the heck? Did I build an auto door into a house of the dead? Who does that? Who does that? What kind of silly person builds an auto door? Ugh. Build just a normal door, please. I do not want to waste resources like that. I mean, admittedly, this front section is already a disgusting waste of resources in 3 separate auto doors. There's no need to be so grotesque as to expand that to our House of the Dead. You know, we have a nice little path system, but we haven't actually, like, linked everything up to it. I think it might be about time that we expand our path system down to here. Hey, who put that assault rifle on the ground? And why'd you put an assault rifle on the ground? Who would do that? And wait a minute. There's a lot of broken... Do we have any components? Where do we actually see components? I cannot remember, but if I can't find them on here, we totally don't have any components. Yeah, that's a thing. Luckily for us, we do have a component creation machine, which is very useful. We're gonna have to do like 10 components up in here, because I just completely destroyed that build. That was terrible. Because it just so happens that we actually need some stuff. And just checking again, is everyone armed? Not quite. Fedocia does need a weapon. Fedocia, can you... Oh, you're playing chess? I mean, they need to play chess. We can't not have them not play chess all the time, because quite frankly, it's basically the only thing that they can do to feel happy around here. Fedocia, please do not... Oh wait, she's a brawler, that's right. Wait, equip a steel spear instead. It's almost like #1 rule. If you're gonna try to tame something as large as a muffalo, which was exactly what Fedocia was trying to do, you need some sort of weapon to protect yourself there. Fedocia clearly did not follow rule #1 in that situation. Who can we get to do some of this? We need somebody to actually build some components. Who can do that? Need materials. We don't have any steel either. Oh, Steven! Steven! You are now our go-to person. You are now a miner. I hope you like being promoted from janitor to miner. That's going to be amazing. Good luck, Steven. You're going to be in there for a long, long time. Does he have any skill in mining? Not really. Not really. He has 2. I mean, he's slowly gaining skill, but... I am sorry, Mr. What's your face, Steven? This is not going to go well for you. That's going to be his life now. Oh, and check this out. Heal root galore. For once, we're actually going to have some form of medicine. Chances of infection have dropped by like 4%. Dude, can you guys calm down out there? I mean, I know that nature is taking its path, but if you could just like take a chill pill with the whole killing each other thing, it's kind of disconcerting. Just saying. Just saying. Ugh. Animals trying to kill each other. They're the worst. Anyway, let's start getting some actual flooring in here. Looks like we've used yellow and we've used blue. Let's actually try a nice little... Should we do like a nice green or maybe a cream carpet? I don't like cream carpets. Cream carpets are concerning. We'll do a dark carpet. Because the cream carpet, every time anything gets tracked on that, it is so obvious. It is absolutely disgusting. And we kind of need to make sure that, you know, our colony at least looks okay. Jeez, this is a serious storm. Cherie, I hope you weren't planning to stay under the nice rooftops, because you're going out there and you're getting some steel and you're making components, Cherie. I can assure you that that will be a thing. There's a fire? Where? Oh, that's not even worth complaining about. It was a tiny, piddly fire in the middle of a massive rainstorm. Ugh. Okay, Cherie is actually getting on the construction of these components, which apparently takes a long time. How much does this actually cost? Because we can see from here, it costs 25 steel to make 1 component. I see. That is actually a pretty serious investment into components, it has to be said. But, I mean, it's worth it. We need the components. We can't go without, like, this cooler. I'm pretty sure that people are going to start overheating at some point because that cooler's not there and it's the middle of the summer. And we definitely can't have things like the metal smelter, which is kind of part of building components, no longer capable of building components at all. It's kind of an important thing that remains intact. Wilkins, you okay? Yeah, they're okay. What kind of food do we have right now? Oh, we have 150 meals. That is beautiful. Everyone has to be so happy right now. Like, we are ridiculously rich right now. We have so much food. We have an iguana, and I'm just gonna level with you. Like, once you have an iguana, you know that you're rich when you have an iguana. That's pretty serious stuff. But I mean, we've got food, we've got iguanas, we got pigs. We are going places. I think is now about time to do another trade run. I mean, not really. I mean, the thing is, if we're gonna do another trade run, we're gonna need to have something to actually trade, and that will require turning all of this smoke leaf into something actually useful. And I don't know if you've noticed, but there's nobody available to do that particular crafting at this point. Cherie, are you working into the wee hours of the night to get those components done? Jeez. I mean, that's commitment to the colony. This is the kind of leader we need. I mean, Gabe was great and all that, and we all loved Gabe, more or less. He was, we were contractually obliged to love Gabe, given that his gun was usually pointed at our heads most of the time. But Cherie, on the other hand, she's like, this is legitimate. She's a great leader. She will spend all night long building a single component. Maybe because she's obsessive compulsive. More likely because she's committed to the colony. That's questionable. She could actually just be, like, seriously compulsive. That'd be a small problem. I don't think we can have a colony leader who has such a issue. I mean, I guess there's nothing against it, really. There's nothing in our bylaws that say that our colony leaders can't have some sort of debilitating mental issues. One might argue that Gabe's general, autocratic sense was created by some sort of grandiose Napoleon complex due to his creepy breathing. But I'm pretty sure it's for the best of the colony that we not have crazy people be in charge. It's usually, number one rule when running any sort of government of any kind. Make sure the crazy people aren't in charge. I mean, luckily we don't... Ooh. Geothermal generator is down. Why does stuff break down so often, and why does it always have to be bad stuff? Oh! Hey, check it out. Look who is now a member of our colony. It's Mr. Longnose. Welcome, Mr. Longnose. How are you feeling? Are you feeling good? I hope you're feeling good, Mr. Longnose. Is he going to go tame a muffalo? Mr. Longnose, I'm going to level with you. If you're going to tame a muffalo, as has been said previously, you really need to have some form of weapon on you in case the muffalo tries to eat your flesh. I know that you don't think that that's a thing, Mr. Longnose, because he's arguing right now. He's saying, oh no, muffalos are herbivores. They'll never eat our flesh. Well, no, Mr. Longnose, they're not eating your flesh for nutrition. They're just doing it for fun. Muffalos are the face of evil. Look into that face. Hey, turn over here, Muffalo. Oh, look at this one. Look at that face. That is the face of pure evil and malice. Actually, it is a pretty disconcerting face. Kind of like completely emotionless. I don't like it. I do not like it. And, we're going to ignore the Muffalos, and we're just going to continue on from there. But regardless of how terrible the Muffalos are, that will bring us for now to the end of this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. Next time, the colony shall continue. We should be able to get these rooms up and running soon enough so that when we eventually get Mezzo into the colony, he will actually have a room to live in. Because right now he totally doesn't have one. He'd just be some sort of bum. And rule number 1 in our colonies, you can't be a bum or we're going to execute you outside the colony for all to see. Because we are still living under the autocratic system of Gabe. Sharik hasn't quite dealt with the anti-peasant laws of Rambo and Gabe. But, you know, we'll work through that. Anyway, until then, thanks for watching. And of course, as always, enjoy the rest of your day.